I want to start off this video by saying thank you. Yes, thank you so much for watching my videos, and actually you have inspired me to be a better cook. And having you watching, knowing you're out there, has kept me accountable and kept me wanting to keep doing more. So in this video, I'm sharing 3 of my favorites from my Aldi haul. So these ingredients come from Aldi. I hope it gives you some meal inspiration and some ideas when you're looking for something new to make for dinner. Let's get into the kitchen and let me show you that first recipe.
The first recipe I'm sharing that was so amazing are these Birria Tacos. This is the Birria seasoned beef chuck roast from Aldi. This has been talked about numerous times. I've seen posts about it, how it is supposed to be so delicious in a slow cooker, cooked all day, and make tacos with it. That's what we're gonna do today. It calls for 1 can of Rotel and onions and minced garlic. I didn't have Rotel, but I did have fresh tomatoes from the garden along with a little can of chili, so that'll be my Rotel. And then we have a small onion that's been chopped and some minced garlic. Okay, so my roast is just a little bit over 3 pounds. Let's add this is about 2 to 3 small tomatoes from the garden, 1 small onion. It's like a medium onion that's been chopped. I think I'll just do about half of it. Our small can of diced chilies. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of minced garlic. Let's get all that around our meat. We're gonna set that on low for 8 hours. All right, let's take a peek. It's been 6 hours, and my rock crock Dutch oven with Pampered Chef, it cooks things a little faster than usual because of that wonderful rock crock. It retains that heat. So I'm gonna take a look at it. I have a feeling, let's go ahead and take the lid off, that meat is more than done. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That just comes right apart. Look at that. So good. It smells so good. And I'm gonna leave the lid off so it cools off a little bit. Maybe some of that liquid will, reduce a little. I think just even shredding this meat up and getting it in that sauce. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. All right, my meat is so fork tender. I just need to move my tongs through them and all the meat just falls apart. It is so good and rich in that sauce. So we'll just get that all broken up. I got my pan heating up on medium-high heat. Now this step is optional. You could just take your meat and put it right in your little tortillas and put on any toppings you want and you have tacos. But for me, I wanted a little crispier tortilla, so I am putting it in the pan. I let the juices of the meat ooze out a little bit. That gave it the flavor, but I let all that juice get evaporated and absorbed. That way it could then crisp up. I added just a little bit of cheddar cheese on each of my little tacos, and I repeated the process until I had 10 mini tacos, a plate full for us to enjoy. You'll count 9 on this plate because of course I had to have one and try one, and they were delicious, so amazing. I'm gonna make some sauce to go with it. We love our Lime Crema, which is basically we use some Greek yogurt along with some lime juice and salt. And then I also sprinkled on some cilantro on top of those tacos. You could also serve this with the broth that was in with the meat. You could put that in a cup and dip your tacos in that juice. I thought these were so good. I hope you try these next time you see this birria in Aldi. This is how you have to make it. So good. Up next, another tasty recipe I made was this jalapeno popper chicken casserole. I have these thin sliced chicken breasts, so they're gonna cook up really quickly. So we're just gonna put them in our greased baking dish. Okay, we seasoned our chicken breast with garlic, salt, paprika, and onion powder. And now I'm going to make the popper dip. which starts with our cream cheese. We're gonna add to it a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And then we're going to add about a half a cup of bacon bits. And we're going to add about 2 jalapenos that I've finely diced. So that's like 1 and 2. These are red and green jalapenos. Our green onions. And about 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese. Stir that till it's all combined. Okay, let's bring our chicken back. And we're now going to add our popper dip right to the top of our chicken breast. We are going to top it off with just a little more cheese. And a little more cheddar cheese. Okay, we'll put that into the oven and get it all cooked. Out of the oven, that was 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Let's sprinkle with some more green onions for color and flavor. And this smells so good. I cannot wait to dig in. I'm gonna let it cool off and we'll plate it up. Give it a try. Get lots of cheese on my bite. Look at that. So good. Let's try it. Creamy, salty with the bacon. And look at that. Cut that right with the fork. So moist. So delicious. And this was so easy to make. And that jalapeno gives it just a little kick. Not too bad. Delicious. I love it.
The next recipe I'm sharing that was a winner is this sausage stuffed spaghetti squash.
All right, first thing we're gonna do is preheat our oven to 400 degrees, but the second thing I guess we're gonna do is, well, my son already did it. I asked him to poke some fork holes into our spaghetti squash and he got a little carried away. Of course, I told him to repeatedly add fork marks and that's what he did in a nice pattern. And I got him to stop before he went to the other side. It's good though, any amount of fork holes is gonna work. This is to prevent explosion when you put it in your microwave. And you may say, oh really, would it really explode? Yeah, it has done it to me before. It didn't actually explode, but the chunk of it came off the back when I didn't have the fork holes. So trust me on that, do the fork holes on there, whether you do few or many. All right, 5 minutes, it already started. Let's get it back on. 5 minutes in the microwave. All right, our spaghetti squash is split in half, flesh side down, and I coated it with some avocado oil, and now I'm just gonna sprinkle a little salt on here. It's gonna go into our 400 degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. I have a package of Italian sausage, the mild sausage. I'm gonna add it to my pan here with a little bit of olive oil on medium-high heat. I'm gonna crumble our sausage with my mix and chop from Pampered Chef. Love this thing. We'll get it all crumbled up and cooked. Now let's add our mushrooms, sliced mushrooms, 1 pound of sliced mushrooms. We'll get those cooked with our sausage. To our sausage mixture, we're gonna add a tablespoon of minced garlic, and I'm also going to add some Italian seasoning. I've added grape and cherry tomatoes. They're split in half to our pan. We're gonna continue to saute, and then we're gonna add spinach. Do this in batches so our spinach gets wilted down. And there we go. We're gonna fill our squash with our sausage stuffing mixture. Now let's coat it with some Parmesan cheese. We're gonna put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes till the cheese is all melted. Look at that. Cheese is all nice and melted. We're ready to dig in. See those little strands like spaghetti? Let's get some of that in with the sausage and a mushroom and a tomato. See if I can get it all in one bite. Oh yeah.
This turned out so delicious, and it's a great low-carb alternative because of the spaghetti squash being your pasta noodle. It is so good. I highly recommend this. I hope you enjoyed these recipes and found some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.